You're watching John Wick on a Saturday afternoon. Cool thing happened today. I'm kind of pumped for. I posted a picture of the stock in the new tube in MT6. This is neat, man. And the guy I ordered my vice block that he custom printed for me. As I'm checking out, he sent me screenshots and like pictures. Like half an hour later, it was done printing and just ready for final prep. He sent me the photos. Cool dude. He's the guy that owns suppressortools.com. Anyway, he said, he commented, because I'd asked him, do you have like a reaction block for the HK417 G28s for 762s for changing safely the castle nut and tube? And he actually said he's working on a prototype, and he shot me a bunch of messages because he doesn't have this tube, and he said, you mind breaking out the calipers, and I need a bunch of measurements. So I did, and I did a video, and I re-zeroed after each measurement. He took everything from the cross-section width, diameter. He wanted to know the depth of the end plate, of the castle nut, of both together, the width of both, and I gave him all the data. And basically, he said, I'm going to print out a prototype and clean it up, and I'm going to send you one so you can do some test fitting for me. So I was like, that's awesome, man. That is so cool. So looking forward to getting that vice block in and that reaction block, and we'll do a little testing. These calipers came in handy, although they are just Huskies. Wonder how truly accurate they are, and I let them know. That's why I took like 18 different measurements and just to get a good baseline. So yeah, that's cool. We'll be able to do some testing with that and safely swap out that tube for this one, and we can swap out the stock and move on forward. I also have the HK Armorer's Toolkit on the way from HK Parts. Vance sent me the link. He's like, this is a good thing to have. It's only like $65, and it comes with a set of German punches and a bunch of feeler gauges that are mostly geared towards the SP5, so you can keep the bolt within tolerance and stuff like that. And the bench block that looks like a gigantic hockey puck with the hole in the center for when you're working on pins, which will be better than my cheaper Real Avid one. Yeah, and I got a cool HK MR762 mat that has a full diagram of the gun with every part listed. So I was like, cool, yeah, we're making some progress. I'm enjoying this brand new HK adventure. And yeah, the Comtacs are gone, and they got a bunch of more stuff on my tax swap. Letting go of some stuff. Can't keep everything. Well, unless you win the Powerball tonight, and if that happens to me, well, let's just say we're going to go wild in this bitch. But that being said, yeah, and one guy mentioned the spurs, they're over, that's a Reptilia, solid. My Badgers, more than solid, they're fine, and they're on the lighter side, too. But when I tried the first one, I was just really, in person, blown away by the quality of the craftsmanship, the machining, the design logic, being able to run things 45 degree or 12 o'clock with the same hardware. The QD on this one is awesome, super high quality. I'm sorry, this one. And just overall, it's super beefy. It's probably overkill, You got triple screw fasteners versus doubles. Are they a lot of money? Yeah. But after trying one, especially for a heavier build, I'm really hooked on them. They're pretty nice. I would like to try the Area 419. That looks really well machined. And that's back in the $300 and some odd range too. So that's probably going to be the next one if we get another scope down the line for a build. I'm letting right now I'm super HK focused. I'm enjoying the hell out of the brand new adventure. I'm starting to look around. I want to take an armorer's class. I'm really enjoying it, you know. So, you know, heading forward, hopefully I can force Scott and Larry when it cools down to drag their butts back to the range. Granted, I can't talk shit because I haven't gone that much this summer either. Just the heat alone just is another factor where you just don't want to waste the ammo because it's brutal. And Larry's working his ass off all the time, and so is Scott, and he's got other stuff going on. So I love those guys, I really do. But I get it; they have a lot of shit on their plate. But it's been so long since we've gone out and done like run some drills type thing. It's not as fun when it's just you. I had such a ball that last winter season, like 2 years ago, when we got out quite a bit. It's fun, you know, and I kind of miss that. So I don't know. See if I can drag them out. See if they're when it cools down. But also, I wouldn't mind going to another club. Maybe meeting a few people, some of the dudes in the fucking MT6 group or something. Just once every couple months, go somewhere where a bunch of dudes are shooting. Accept some constructive criticism, get bitched at for not losing weight and being a fat fuck, that kind of shit. But that's so dope. Yes, he's gonna send me that. That's so cool. Yeah. So when that vice block gets here, we'll have a stable surface to work on that's higher up too. I notice when I'm doing stuff on this little table, my back is killing me because I'm lurched over. And my bench in the garage with the two real vices is nice and high. So when you're working on stuff, you're like sitting fully upright, which my back appreciates. When the weather cools down and I can open that garage door and it's like 50, 60 degrees and you're just chilling, that's the best. Just like tinkering with your stuff, and it's therapeutic. But yeah, I thought that was cool. I wanted to say thanks to him, and can't wait to see both products show up, and we'll definitely test them out. Hopefully I gave him, I said, just be aware, this is a Husky, fucking set of calipers. This isn't some fancy $1,000 set, like an engineering. Although it's been pretty good so far. And I re-zeroed every single measurement and took every measurement like 3-4 times in different angles. So I thought that was pretty neat. This is going to be a bad boy on there. And then when that punch set gets here, I think it has the size I need to draw that roll pin out safely. And then we can get this on here. And then that's it for a while. Whether or not it's going to get sent in for the full Cerakote, blah, 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 I don't know yet. It's not happening anytime soon. I'd like to. I just watched a video on that G28, like the original real deal G28. It's so beautiful, Tano and Rao and that Schmidt and Bender, that scope that probably cost $5, $6, $7, $8 grand. It's so pretty. It's like fucking gun art, man. I don't know what to tell you. I'm a sucker for it. Anyway, that's it. I just ate a bunch of pizza. I'm gonna go watch John Wick and probably look up lots of videos. There is hardly anything on YouTube or anywhere else that really covers people working on their HKs at all. It's the one brand, and I haven't found hardly anything. And I get it. It's proprietary in certain aspects. You're probably better off sending it off to a person. But I'm like, I can't believe no one's worked on them. I mean, it's not, an alien language. Yeah, it's a little different in some ways, but I'm baffled. I haven't found a whole lot. There's dudes doing field stripping and cleaning. There's lots of dudes doing reviews of the gun and unboxings, but when it comes down to, here's how I change this out, because I didn't want to spend $500 and send it to a gunsmith to change 2 small parts. Not a single video that I can find. Maybe I'll keep looking. But I will tread with caution too. I'm not going to do an old school America, fuck it, just start banging with hammers, and I'm going to measure it 8 times and cut once, But this is a castle nut. Once we have that block and it's locked down super tight on the big vise on the heavy bench, we'll give it a little heat. I'm sure that'll pop right off. And then we'll get that new tube in there. We'll torque that down to spec carefully. we'll be able to run our G28. I'll get the new German punch set. I think it has the small one to get in there. And we'll get that up popped on. We can't really do much about the trigger guard. I have no way to accomplish that. It didn't come with any means of doing it. And the only way that's really truly getting installed is by somebody who can probably drill a proper hole in a machine shop perfectly. And it's going to lose some of the coating, so it has to be during a process where you're probably going to be receracoating it anyway. And that's above my pay grade. It's weird. It kind of sucks. I wish it had at least the plunger. I'm still scratching my head why they even sell it like that, because you pretty much have to be like an HK armorer to install the damn thing, which is weird. It should be like a fucking disclaimer at somewhere on the page. Warning, does not come with any hardware. If you're not an HK armorer, you will not be able to install this. Save your $60. You know, that kind of shit. But other than that, cool. Can't wait for those to show up. And I'm enjoying my little HK adventure a lot more than I thought I would. A lot of buyer's remorse at first, because this stuff is a lot of fucking money. But I don't regret it at all. Other than it, you know, it sucks to drop that much money on stuff. When you're shooting it, you don't think about the dollar signs. You think about how quality it feels, how smooth. It just feels good. Feels like, you know, I assume like driving a supercar kind of thing. Quality, you know. And it's cool. And it looks neat. And that's it. All right, I'm out. Peace. Bye.